All right, so I'm reading in this book on how to hold a crocodile. And I opened up to page 148 and it has tips on how to get to sleep without pills. So if you're having trouble falling asleep, let's see what this says. First, close your eyes. It's hard to sleep without trying to close your eyes. Then, traditional method is to count sheep. But for it to work, you should make an effort to visualize each sheep jumping over a fence before you count it. So don't just count numbers and think of sheep. Actually, picture the sheep. Picture its fluffy little coat and its weird little legs and the way it sounds. And then say one. And then maybe the next sheep's a little bit more gray. He's got a little dirt around his butt. Two. Okay? So, or if that seems like way too much effort before you go to sleep, breathe regularly, and as soon as you breathe out, visualize your breath forming a cloud in front of you. I'm assuming you still have your eyes closed, as it does on a cold day. Okay, so you have your eyes closed. Every time you out breath, you picture some cloud coming out of your mouth, like, and then going away. So you're still visualizing here. You're still using that visualization technique. Okay, then we have number 3. I'm assuming also with your eyes closed. In case you were wondering. Take deep breaths. Hold the breath and then exhale, counting each breath as you breathe out. In many people, this produces a mildly hypnotic state. What? Take deep breaths, hold the breath, then exhale, counting each breath as you breathe out. In many people, okay, put yourself in a trance, go to sleep, no visualizing there. Okay, or read a book. Read a book. That's probably the way I'd suggest. It's pretty easy. By like the second paragraph, you're probably totally asleep. Don't do TV. TV doesn't work. It actually puts you in the wrong hypnotic state and allows you to not go to the proper brain patterns to fall asleep on. Okay, so read a book, but not one with a gripping story, or you'll find you'll stay awake even longer. Read a boring book. Find yourself a boring book and put it by the bed. There you go. Or listen to the radio at a low level, using a time switch to turn it off after you've gone to sleep. Otherwise, you're going to have weird dreams, also going to put you in a weird state where you're not going to quite sleep exactly right. Or they don't number it, they just have an or and an or and an or. On to the next. Do mental arithmetic. This goes back to the first way of counting the sheep without thinking about them, I think. I don't know. I haven't pre-read this. If you have a digital clock, try to factorize the number on the clock screen. Though that kind of mental stimulus may keep some people awake. Some people are into that. Presumably, it works by crowding other more disturbing thoughts from your surface consciousness. As an aid to sleep, avoid heavy metals shortly before bedtime, or drinks containing caffeine, tea, coffee, cola. Ensure that the mattress is firm and supports your body, and that neither you are too hot. You are neither too hot nor too cold. And attend to nature's needs before retiring. A desire to empty the bladder and bowels is a common case of sleeplessness. So pee before you go to bed. Don't drink coffee. And don't think about things that make you too excited. There you go. I suggest just don't watch TV. Dim the lights slowly before you get to bed. So start with a big light. And then when the sun goes down, maybe put a couple of lamps on. And then when you're getting a little tired, just, you can get sexy and put a candle on. maybe one little night light, some LED Christmas lights thing, and whatever. I like to sleep with blue lights myself. But dim them down slowly, and then when you're about ready to go to bed, get out the most boring book you can find, and before you get to sentence 2, you'll be asleep. There you go. Avoid the television.